18 to 25-year-olds, your first big failure feels like an earthquake, right? Your ground split open, the things you trusted collapsed, and right now you feel like you're standing in rubble. But here's the truth. After every earthquake, there's a 24-hour emergency window, and the rescue crews knows that that's when the most survivors are found alive, and your brain works the exact same way. You have 24 hours to rescue yourself from staying buried, or you risk being stuck under the weight of failure for years. Alright, here's how to do it. Now, I call this step the rescue map reset. Alright, now this step is called the rescue map reset. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to grab a pen and paper, a blank page. You can use a pencil as well, whatever you have right now. The first step is just get a blank page or a pen or a pencil, whatever you have. Now, that's the first step. Second step, what I want you to do is I want you to create two columns, right? I want you to create two columns. That's the second step. Now, the third step, in your first column, you write rubble, and in the second column, you write rescue. Now, in Rubble, what you do is you write all of the negative thoughts that that you feel like is crushing you right now. Sounds simple? That I'll give you an example. Like I failed. That's your first point. Second, you can write I'm not enough. And third, etc., etc., etc. You can write that. So that's in the Rubble area, right? In the Rubble column, you have to write all of the negative thoughts that are crushing you right now, right? You write that. Now, under rescue, which is the second column, under rescue, I want you to give a concrete action for all of the rubble points that you wrote. Like I failed equals what have I learned not to repeat again, right? That is what you write in rescue. So in rescue, for every rubble point, you write a concrete action. Like I failed, so what I learned not to repeat in my next endeavor. It can be any endeavor, whatever you're doing, you know, that is what you write. So this is what you do right now. Now, what happens in this, right? This literally activates your prefrontal cortex from going from that failure mode to an action driven mode. Sounds good? So from panic mode or failure mode, your brain takes you into an action driven mode. This way, now your brain is taking you from the trapped state of phenomena to an active state of phenomena. Just because now you have answers. So now you're walking in the right path. You're walking in an active path. And your prefrontal cortex is activating that. So your prefrontal cortex, just by doing this one tip, that is, you're giving an action, a concrete action to your negative thoughts, you are activating your prefrontal cortex to turn your brain from that failure mode to an action driven mode. Sounds simple? It is very simple. But the question is, are you willing to do it right after this video ends? You have to do this action right after this video ends. It's a very easy, very fast action, very fast tip. You can do it literally right after this video and you will see the results. Right? So the main aim is very simple. It's to take your mode from trap mode to active mode, because now you have answers. So when you have answers for all of your questions, you can then follow that path easily and smoothly, because then you have the answers. So what I want you to do is, like I said, I'll repeat it again. Grab a pen and paper. Now just make two columns in it. In the first column, you write rubble. Second column, you write rescue. Now, all of the negative thoughts that you feel like is crushing you right now, you write it in points in rubble. Was the first column in rubble, under rubble. And now under rescue, for all of the negative points you wrote in rubble, you give a concrete action to that under rescue. Like I gave you an example, for rubble, you can write, I failed, I'm not enough. These are all the negative thoughts that are crushing you right now. And under rescue, you can write, like for example, I failed. So what did I learn not to repeat in my next endeavor? That you write under rescue. So now you have answers for your negative thoughts. That way, now you're activating your prefrontal cortex to change from panic mode or failure mode to action driven mode. Sounds very simple, and it is very simple. It just depends on if you're willing to do it as fast as you can, right? So now this takes your brain from the trap mode to an active mode. So now you're in that active line. So from failure mode, you're taking actions now. So from failure mode, you're going to an action mode, and you're in that active path. And you're taking actions because now you have answers for your negative thoughts. So once you have answers for your negative thoughts, it becomes easy when like the when in the future those thoughts come in your mind again, you have answer to those thoughts. So now you're able to go in that active line, and even if your brain starts replaying that those negative thoughts, those failures again, you have an active answer for that, and you can work towards it. Just by doing this one action, you will find all of your answers. It is very simple. Scientifically, it just triggers your prefrontal cortex to change your brain's failure mode to an action driven mode. Very simple. That is all it does. So, this will give you a clear line of action, clear line of an active path where you can start taking action and you can see good visible changes in you in just 24 hours because now you have all the answers. So, our main point was to get the answers to all of those rubble negative points because now all of the negative points that you wrote under rubble, so under rescue, you have the action, strong concrete action plans to it. So once you have strong concrete action plans to it, you can eventually follow it every time your brain starts replaying that failure again because you have answers. So once you have answers, it becomes easy to tackle it, to tackle those negative thoughts that are crushing you, that feel like, oh, I'm devastated, I'm destroyed. It can be anything because it differs from person to person. Every person feels failure differently. For some people, it's different. For some people, it's different. So I just gave you a brief, like a very short example of what you can write under rubble, like I failed, I'm not enough, and etc. etc. You can write more, right? This is what I'm giving an example of. And under rescue, you can write the concrete action to it. Sounds simple? It is very simple, and you have to do it right after this video, and you will get the results because now you have concrete, actionable plan to your negative thoughts. That way, you're going in the right line, you're in the right active passage, you're not trapped, your brain is not trapped because now your brain's prefrontal cortex is processing actions. So it is making you take those actions. It is making you take those actions, and it is changing your brain's trapped phase to an active phase. So now you have answers and you work towards that. And once you work towards that, you start seeing eventual results. And it's quick. It's quick results because your brain immediately gets to know that, oh, I did this and this is not what I'm supposed to do right now because now you have answers to it, right? It's very simple. So this is what you have to do. The main question is, are you willing to do it right after this video? I said it some minutes back. Are you willing to do this right after this video? I say this in every single video of mine that the most important thing is you act fast. When you fail for the first time, when you go through your first big failure, your brain is very hyperplastic. It's in a hyperplasticity state. So you have to make sure you use that state to rebuild it stronger, to rewire it stronger. And after your first big failure, that 24-hour window is the most important window because that's when your brain is very fragile and it's hypersensitive and it's ready to change. Now it's your perception on how you change it. You change it by taking the right actions. And my course helps you with that. I made a 24-hour Phoenix Reset course for 18 to 25-year-olds that guarantees that in just 24 hours you will achieve peak motivation and aim even higher in your life even after your first big failure. And my whole course is neuroscience-backed. So the course link is in my description and it will help you change your life, how it changed mine and it changed my friends' lives, literally change their lives because my course has neuroscience rapid resets in it. So those resets help you change your brain state rapidly. It doesn't take much time and you achieve peak motivation and aim even higher in just 24 hours. That's how strong my course is. So the course link is in the description. So like I said, the main question is, are you willing to do this action right after this video? If yes, you will guaranteed see the results, because now you have pure answers for your questions. For all of the negative thoughts that you feel are crushing you, you have a very straightforward, actionable, concrete, actionable answer to it. So now your brain knows that, okay, if this replays in my brain again, I have answers to it and I can change it. So that is what this aim is. And scientifically, your prefrontal cortex is responsible for taking your brain from the trapped mode to the active mode, from the panic mode, from the failure mode to an action driven mode. Very simple. That's all it is. Right? So everyone just make sure that right after this video, you do the action. It's the people who move fast achieve success fast. Right? So you have to move fast. It's like an example that I can give you. That there are three golf players, A, B, and C. The first A player hits one shot towards the hole, and it just stops before the hole. The ball just stops before the hole, and now he's sitting there for 10 minutes thinking, "Oh, why didn't it go? Why didn't it go?" Now the B guy hits three shots, three of them don't go. Then he's wondering, "Oh, why did it happen, man? It should have gone in." Now the third guy, he keeps on hitting the balls. He keeps on hitting the ball. And I think in his 28 or 30th attempt, the ball goes in and he wins. That's because he moves fast. He keeps on trying. And that is what you have to do. You have to keep on trying. You have to keep on trying. So, and that is only possible when you take the right actions. Now you watch all of my videos, my long videos and in my shorts, I've always given one tip that you can follow right now in within seconds. All of my tips are just seconds. They're not even minutes long. They're literally just seconds. It takes seconds to do that, and you will find instant result. You will have instant answers to work on. That's how strong the neuroscience rapid resets are. And my course explains it in detail. My course gives you a structured 24-hour Phoenix reset that if you follow, you will achieve peak motivation and aim even higher in just 24 hours. And even after your first big failure, guys. And my whole course has neuroscience methods in it. So the course link is in the description. You can go and check it out. So now make sure you take the actions fast, right? Like right after this video, take the action. The tip that I just gave you right now. The rescue map reset, I call it. So make it happen, guys. So listen up, all of you 18 to 25-year-olds. If you wait, the rubble only hardens. And then you'll start calling it a normal life. This is how people stay buried for years. But if you take action now and use this 24-hour window, I promise you, you will get off the rubble, dust yourself off, and you will rebuild stronger than ever you thought possible. But that is only possible if you take actions. So don't waste your comeback, don't waste your time, take action fast. And so that's why I made my 24-hour Phoenix Reset course for 18 to 25-year-olds that guarantees that in just 24 hours you will achieve peak motivation and aim even higher in your life, even after your first big failure. And my whole course is made using neuroscience methods. So the course link is in my description. Make sure you go and check it out. So again, like I said, you take action now, you will get off the rubble faster and you will rub off that dust and you will literally build yourself stronger, and it will make you feel like, oh, that earthquake never really affected me in any way possible, because it won't, because you're taking actions fast. So make sure you use this 24-hour window to the best of your extent. And remember, everyone, I have been through the exact same pain that you guys are going through right now. I'm 22 years old, so I can relate my pain to you. I understand how it feels. And my mission is simple, is to make sure that every single 18 to 25-year-old becomes successful even after his or her big failure. Right? And my goal is simple, is to create a community of successful 18 to 25-year-olds who became successful after their first big failure. And let's create the world's biggest community of successful 18 to 25-year-olds who came back even after their first big failure. That comeback is your defining moment. So everyone, like I said, don't waste your time. Right after this video, make sure you do the action and you get started right away. And you can literally go and watch all of my other videos. I've given more tips in that, and all of my and I've explained in detail all of the neuroscience rapid reset that will help you achieve peak motivation and aim even higher even after your first big failure. The course, my course link is in the description. You can go and check it out. So I love you guys, and I'm here for you, and I will all, no matter what happens, I'm always here to help you guys out. So I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care, and I love you guys. And make sure you do the actions right after this video. So take care, and I will see you in the next video.